Welcome to the deep dive. So you know that feeling, right? You're using an AI tool, maybe Copilot, and you accidentally write this perfect prompt. It just flawlessly summarizes a super dense contract or a board pack, and you think, I have to save this. But of course you don't. Life happens. And it just gets lost in your chat history, while everyone else on your team is basically starting from scratch, making the same mistakes you just figured out how to solve. Today, we're diving into why we have to stop treating these brilliant little prompts like happy accidents and start treating them as real managed assets for the whole organization.
Exactly. I mean, these tools are now fundamental to how we work. We're using them for summarizing, drafting sensitive emails, analyzing documents, but we're mostly doing it alone in a silo. So our mission today is to look at a more disciplined way to handle this, to turn all those little solo experiments into a shared collective resource.
Okay, but I can already hear people thinking, this sounds like a lot of, administrative overhead. Why build a whole prompt library if I can just search my own chat history?
That's a fair question, but it misses the main point. The value isn't just the prompt text, it's the institutional knowledge that gets codified with it.
What do you mean by that?
Well, a real library is a home for prompts that work with your own internal data. Think about it. If everyone is inventing their own way to ask questions about the same SharePoint finance folder, you get zero consistency.
Ah, good.
The real power comes when you combine a great prompt with a specific, trusted data source. That's when you get a reliable result.
I see. So the real ROI here, the hidden value, is actually consistency.
It's a huge part of it.
So if we want that kind of repeatable success, what are the essential things we need to capture in this library? What does a good entry look like?
The sources we looked at really boil it down to four key things. First, obviously, the prompt itself, the exact wording.
Okay, easy enough.
Second, which tool it's for. Copilot, Gemini, whatever your company uses, because they all have their quirks. Third, and this is the crucial part, the specific data source it connects to. Not just SharePoint, but something like SharePoint HR policy folder for Q2 2024.
Why that's specific?
It has to be. And then fourth, the variables. The things a user needs to tweak, like a date range or a client's name or maybe the tone of voice you need.
That makes a lot of sense, but it also sounds like a cultural challenge. How do you get busy people, maybe even competitive people, to stop hoarding their secret sauce prompts and share them?
You have to show them the immediate payoffs, the what's in it for me. It's not just about saving time for yourself. It's about consistency, which is critical in high-risk areas. If HR all use the same validated prompts for performance reviews, for example, the language is aligned, the tone is right.
So it reduces risk.
Massively. Or think about compliance. Shared prompts ensure every regulatory summary hits the same standard. And for new hires, they get to skip that whole painful trial and error phase and start with best practices from day one.
Ah, so it becomes a kind of fast track and a shield at the same time.
Yeah.
And this must tie into governance, right? You're not just sharing tips, you're building policy right into the workflow.
That's the bigger picture, absolutely. The library itself becomes a governance tool.
How so?
Well, you can build reminders right into the prompts. Things like, warning, do not paste confidential client info here, or note, all outputs must be checked against policy X by a human.
So it nudges people toward using AI responsibly.
Exactly, at the very moment they're using it. And the cultural shift here is just huge. You move away from having a few AI wizards who hoard all the good tricks.
Right, the gurus.
To a shared culture where everyone is learning and improving together. It becomes a collective skill.
So to wrap this up, what does this all mean for you listening right now? The big takeaway is that capturing those prompts, the ones that made that really difficult task last month just a little bit easier, isn't just a nice to have. It's a simple, really pragmatic first step. It's how you turn all those scattered individual experiments into a real shared organizational capability. And that really is the foundation of a truly AI-ready workforce.